Hey everybody, it's Missy again, and I have another using up older supplies video for you today. And I pulled out a lot of really old stash today. I'm gonna start with these pictures, and as you can see, my daughter is wearing a striped tank top in very specific, hard to scrap colors. Not necessarily individually, but together. There's some turquoise, some lime green, and some purple. So I challenged myself to use some of my ribbon stash for this. So I pulled out some turquoise, lime green ribbon, and some rickrack. I have not used rickrack in forever. These papers, as you can see, are literally pieces that I've already used. And then I have two new sheets here, but they're still old. These are from the Paper Studio, which is Hobby Lobby. And I've had these for quite a while. And the other two pieces, one is a random piece of cardstock and the other one is a very old pattern paper by, I couldn't even tell you. It's been in my little shelf over there for quite a while. And my pictures are from the same photo shoot, but they're different sizes. One of them she's smiling, one of them she's sticking her bottom teeth out, and it's just cute, and I thought I have to scrap that. So for whatever reason, they're not even the same size. So this layout's kind of a hodgepodge of random things. I'm also going to throw in some washi tape. But my first inclination was to recreate the stripes in her shirt in those colors. So that's what prompted me to use the ribbon. So I went through my stash and I thought, well, I'm going to try to recreate these stripes and I'm going to make a grid layout or a grid design because I'm thinking of straight lines, and then I'm thinking of how can I create this background design with stripes kind of mimicking the shirt. And so I thought, well, a grid might work. So that's what I'm just playing around with here. So I'm combining the ribbon with some of the rickrack, some washi tape, and some paper strips. So even though I do use my stash, this really does not contain a lot of product. It's just little bits of the ribbon, little bits of the paper, just a little bit of torn washi tape. And I picked two washi tapes here in purple because I'm sure many of you would agree that purple is a very challenging color to scrapbook. So I pulled out two washi tapes that I probably have never used or have rarely used. And again, I'm only using little tiny pieces of it, but still, it's some of it's better than none of it, right? And I'm just creating, I've got the two pictures there diagonally, and then in the other spots, I'm going to kind of create these stripes and go from there. And I need to do something to beef up the upper right picture because it is smaller than the left picture. So I'm going to back it with a little bit of tissue paper here. And, this is definitely going to be an imperfect layout. I don't care that the pictures aren't the same size. It does not matter to me. I think in the end, it's not even that noticeable. But I did put the smaller one up in the upper right because she's looking down toward the left. So it looks like she is looking down and across the layout. And so it kind of, that works. I like to do that. I try to pay attention to the faces in the pictures and the direction they're looking or the direction their head is. And that plays a part in where I put the picture. So that actually kind of helps me with the design of where I can put the picture. So anyway, that's kind of the look that this layout is going to have. I've stuck down everything except the ribbon at this point, and I'm going to do a little bit of white gesso smudging here because I am going to come in with some shimmers here in just a minute. And I didn't want to glue the ribbon down yet because I didn't want it to absorb any of the liquid sprays that I'm about to use. And I did this in one of my other recent layouts using up stash, the one that I did with all the washi tape. This is a good thing that you can do if you have color photos that have a lot of hard or a hard mix of color. Like in these pictures, the colors are very specific. And so I wanted to match those pictures as perfectly as I could. And so it's hard to go through your collections and just pick certain collections. So this is where little strips of washi tape or little bits of ribbon or just little bits of random paper like I'm doing here, you can recreate the exact colors that you need to match your picture. And so I'm using only the colors that that are in the shirt in the pictures, and so it's gonna be a perfect match. Now I'm just using some shimmers here. I'm doing the old tried and true trusty packaging technique, and I've got some Jenny B blue, and this is called Grape Escape. I believe it's a Vibes. It's a very vibrant purple, as you can see. When I first sprayed it, I thought, oh my goodness, this is too dark. But once it dries and I dab some of it up, it's the perfect shade of purple. And I love how it looked when I sprayed it onto the packaging, and then how it looks when I smushed it down onto the paper. I'm gonna add a little bit of green. I'm mixing two greens here to get this perfect shade. I'm mixing Don't Citron Me and Four Leaf Clover. And you know, when I added the gesso, it kind of faded out some of the color, but you can still see it. And so I'm just kind of going back and forth with the pictures here and making sure you can see some of that background work coming out from behind them. And again, the sprays are another way to customize your color scheme, because, you know, I'm not using a specific collection on this page. I'm just kind of, I like to call it making it from scratch. You're just using random things and you're basically making your own color scheme here. And I mean, I love using collections, don't get me wrong. That's usually what I do. But sometimes it is just fun to just make your own, you know. Just pick random bits and make your own layout. So, you know, when I look at this, I can't say, oh, this is an American Crafts layout, or, oh, this is, you know, Simple Stories, because it's just random things from my stash that I don't even really know where it came from. I do know two of the papers, like I said, were from Hobby Lobby, but the rest of it is just, it's random ribbon, random cardstock that I've had for forever. So it's fun to do that sometimes, you know. You don't have to have all the name brand things to create something fun, you know. And sometimes all you need is little bits and pieces of things. I mean, out of all that ribbon I've got balled up over there on the side, look how much I wound up using. It's just a tiny bit. And so you can really create some fun things with just a little bit of product. This is fun to do. I enjoy doing this. And it's challenging because you have to go through all of the stuff, if you're like me, that you have stored or hoarded on your shelves to kind of pick out the right colors. So I have an old shelf that's got things organized by color. And so I went over there and went through all the purple stuff. Didn't really find much except that one random sheet. Went through all the blue stuff, all the green stuff, and I only found a couple things that matched this picture or these pictures perfectly. And so I'm just making it work with those few papers, and you know, that's how it goes. So I did some stitching with my sewing machine in coordinating colors there, green, blue, purple. And stitching, hand stitching or machine stitching, is a great way to add detail, color, texture. And thread is something that is pretty cheap, you know, it's not a huge investment, and it really does add a lot to your page if you like the way that looks. And these are some bits and pieces of foam I'm going to use to pop up my pictures. And this is not the adhesive foam, but I think the next time I buy some, I'm going to get the adhesive kind. This is just the big sheets that you can use for art projects or whatever. So I decided to add a little bit of washi tape on the sides of the picture, and this is a blue and white stripe, and it's just for a little bit of added detail. It's not really that visible from here. You can see it better in the close-ups and in person. Washi tape is fabulous for just little details along edges of your papers or edges of your photos, just like that. So now I'm going to come in with one of my favorite techniques or favorite things to do, and that's to add tangled thread. And I've got my matching colors there. That is the lime green And then I'm going to add a little bit of purple. I can't believe I have purple thread, but I do. And I'm glad I did because it matched this layout perfectly. I was very proud of myself for using a color that's pretty difficult. And it turns out great. And I think it works because it's in the picture. And all these colors sort of pick up the colors in the picture, as well as, you know, it picks up the stripes. So now I'm going to start to add in embellishments, and I went through my little bin on my desk that contains a ton of just random things from random manufacturers. These are some sticker sheets from Simple Stories Carpe Diem. I believe this is the first Carpe Diem from a few years ago, and I'm mainly looking at the lime green and the blue elements, and I'm just kind of going through and picking some things that I see. I've got some hearts, some stars, that ampersand. Some of this is chipboard. Most of it's stickers. That's a little chipboard sheet there. And I just want small little things to go on the layout now, because I'm kind of working in the grid area, and I don't really want to go outside of it. I want to keep all that white space white. So this is just little bits and pieces that I'm trying to make work. These are just little labels that you would probably use as a date or to stamp your date on. I'm just using them as little embellishments there to stick on the side of the pictures. That's a little speech bubble that says hello, and I'm mainly using that because it matches the color just right. And at this point I'm not sure of the title. This is a puffy sticker sheet from Freckled Fawn from over a year ago. And I'm using the little stars. I'm going to use the word love. Okay, talk about throwback. These are my rhinestones. They're purple. I've had these forever. These are buttons that I ordered years ago from Oriental Trading. Oh my goodness. Look at this container. I've had these on my shelf for forever. I have not used my old school buttons, which I know buttons are just buttons, but still I've had these for years, along with these purple rhinestones. And I thought, yep, let's use them. This is a stash layout, and so hey, what better time than now to use them. I'm going to stamp the date on that little date sticker there. I didn't have room to include the year, so I'm just going to stamp the date, and I didn't stamp it all the way, so I have to fill it in with my pen there. And I'm going to wind up writing the year in somewhere else. Okay, more stash. These are my Webster's Pages Storytellers stickers. I went on a binge buying spree a few years ago. I loved those stickers. This is before I had my Cameo and realized that I could cut titles in script. So I bought every sticker sheet of every color from that Webster's Pages line that I could get. And I still have them all, and that purple was the perfect color to write the word cute. So my title is very not creative at all. Cute and fun, mainly because I was going to put cute and funny, but I only had one N over there on that blue sticker sheet. So cute and fun. And these aren't, you know, momentous photos. It was just a cute random day. She was sitting in my chair, and I thought, oh, you look cute. Let's take your picture. And she smiled and made a couple faces. And so, you know, that's the story. So I do a couple lines of journaling just talking about how cute she is, and do write the date right there. And I believe that is going to wrap it up. I love how this turned out. This was fun to do. I hope you give this a try. Pull out your ribbon, use your washi tape, all those little bits and pieces that you thought you'd never use again. Look what you can do with it. You really can create something fun and different and customize the colors to your photos to make it look like you used some newfangled products that just came out, and all of this stuff is super old. So anyway, I had lots of fun doing this. So let me know if you have any questions, and I hopefully will see you guys in the next video. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.